In this video, we'll take a look back at a piece of retro UK Sonic merch, the official Sonic sticker album from Panini, which tied in with the release of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 back in 1994. When I first decided to make a video on this album, going on the memory of it alone, I thought it'd just be a quick, non-scripted video where I basically flick through the album, make some daft jokes at the sticker's expense, and write it off as a lazy cash grab. After all, as far as I recalled, the bulk of the stickers in this collection were just Sonic 3 screenshots. How low effort was that? But after digging the album out of my dark, dirty, probably haunted attic and having a flick through, I was actually quite impressed. And if you're a Sonic fan, I think you might find it interesting too. I'll explain why now, as we dive into the Sonic sticker album from Panini. Disclaimer 1. I never finished this sticker album. Although several kids at school collected the Sonic stickers, the big player in town was the Premier League 94 or 95 sticker album. I can't remember which. Anyway, every fucker had one of these. Even me, who'd never even seen a game of football at the time and had no interest in the sport. But peer pressure and all that. So yeah, never finished the Sonic one due to a lack of kids to trade with, but I did get a hell of a lot of it filled out. Plenty for the purposes of this video at least. Disclaimer 2. Some of these stickers are in the wrong places. It's not because I was a simple child per se. It was more because as the life of the sticker album came to a close, I was left with a bunch of duplicates, and I decided to fill some of the empty spaces with whatever I had left. Looking back as an adult though, it was a strange move, and I can only apologize. With these disclaimers out of the way, let's begin. And you know what? For the first time on this channel, I'm going off script, starting now. So first let's take a look at the cover. Panini, Sonic. No need to mention that he's a hedgehog here. We've got a Sonic minus legs and with only one arm, and quite a big nose, bursting right out of the cover. In the explosion behind him, we've got a selection of Sonic 2 Badniks, Tails flying the tornado, Knuckles the Echidna, and quite a weird looking Robotnik with 2 teeth, based on the Milton Knight design from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Jumping into the album itself then, and we've got a page where you can win a rather nifty sticker belt. And look, to win them, we've got 3 questions to answer. Question 1. In the TV cartoon, what is the name of Robotnik's 2 sidekicks? Question 2. Who steals the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic 3? And question 3. What is Tails' full name? Leave your answers in the comments section below.
Wrong answers only.
Now onto the album itself. And I finished this page. It's an image from the European box art from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And what makes this album more interesting than the stickers itself is these captions it has to introduce the characters and zones. Starting with this one. Hi, I'm Sonic. Sorry if I seem a little distracted, but I gotta keep an eye out for that evil egghead Robotnik. Get this. He's trying to turn all my friends on Mobius into machines. Never fear, Sonic's here. Even if I do say so myself, I'm the coolest hedgehog around, and Buttnik, as I affectionately call him, doesn't stand a chance against my supersonic speed. Come on, hurry up, I've got things to do, I'm waiting. Which was one of his catchphrases from the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. Curiously here, he refers to Robotnik as Buttnik, as he sometimes did, but they've chosen to spell it with 1 T. Now, I always thought it meant Buttnik as in butt, as in the human anus. In which case you would spell it more like, I don't know, Butthead from Beavis and Butthead. But maybe that's too graphic for a kid's sticker album. Okay, so our first 2-page spread, and we have a section on Sonic himself. I can't actually remember if those shiny glitter stickers are supposed to be on this page, or if I just stuck them on for the hell of it. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. But anyway, what we mostly have here is just some general shots of Sonic running around a handful of different zones. And a bit of an introduction to him. Small, blue and fast, Sonic is a superhero. He has a pretty high opinion of himself, but then so does everyone else. So, no problem. Sonic uses his warp factor speed and skill to free his friends, who have been trapped by the rotten Robotnik. To keep up with Sonic, you've got to be way past cool. As I said, these stickers seemed kinda lazy at first, just screenshots of the game. But as we go on to the next pages, I think it's the captions that accompany it that make these passable, and that make them interesting. We got some information on the zones here, such as the massive Marble Garden Zone hides 8 special stages. Spin dash against this switch, and secret platforms appear. Climbing is easy when you can use one of these pulleys. It's a combination of information about how the zone's gimmicks work and just some crap jokes. What's interesting here is the background story it gives for Sonic 3. You probably all know how Sonic 3 starts, right? Super Sonic and Tails fly onto Angel Island, and Knuckles pops out the ground and smacks the Chaos Emeralds clean out of Super Sonic. That's the beginning of Sonic 3. However, in this description, things are quite different. Sonic is sitting around, chilling out with his friend Tails. Suddenly, a monkey-like creature comes hurtling towards them like a whirlwind. It turns out to be Robotnik's latest sidekick, Knuckles. He grabs the Chaos Emeralds and shoots off, leaving Sonic and Tails right back where they started from. So, I'm going to assume that when they started putting this thing together and writing these descriptions, they only had very early information on Sonic 3, like Knuckles was a monkey. They kinda got the gist of the start of the game, but with obvious differences. Anyway, this continues on to the next page, where we get more information about stage gimmicks and power-ups, combined with little jokes. Look, one-handed press-ups. Sonic shows off in true superhero style. As we go through the pages, we progress through all the zones: Angel Island, Hydro City, Marble Garden, Carnival Night, Ice Cap Zone, and Launch Base Zone. Look at this one. Help. The Ice Cap Zone is too cold for a poor hedgehog like Sonic. Now, in that picture, I wouldn't say it was so much that it was too cold for him, but more that he'd been crushed by an ice pillar. I don't think it was the temperature that got him there. Although this is mostly dedicated to Sonic 3, we do get a whole section on Amy Rose too. Screenshots from Sonic CD, Sonic CD's intro, and a promotional headshot of Amy there as well. Then there's this Sonic jumping out of the screen from the end of Sonic 3, which I guess is not meant to be there, but me of the past decided that sticker would look pretty good there. The beautiful Amy Rose captures Sonic's heart while he's trying his hand at time travel. There's a major downside though. Having your mind on a gorgeous girl can play havoc when you're trying to save the planet. Sonic's smitten at the moment, but even Concord can't keep up with the blue whirlwind. I would hardly say he's smitten, he spends the whole game, and in all the background literature, sort of trying to get away with her, like she's an obsessive fan. Also, I like that it references Concorde. It really shows the age of this thing. Concorde, by the way, if you don't know, was an old plane, airline, and it used to burst through the speed of sound, and then they stopped making them. They were fast though. Never went on one. Next then, we get a page dedicated to all the boss fights in Sonic 3. After fighting his way through the different zones, Sonic always seems to bump into what every blue hedgehog hates: Robotnik. Bad news. Still, that's the price you have to pay for being the best. Robotnik uses almost every trick in the book, but most of the time, his heavy old bones aren't quick enough to stop Sonic. His heavy old bones? He's using machines. Next we get this collage page, and actually I think this is probably the sticker album at its best. You collect these cutouts of various badniks and characters with transparent backgrounds to complete this collage picture. Doesn't look like it's based on a zone in particular, but maybe it's just from Angel Island. I mean, you've got Angel Island zone itself there, and that's possibly Ice Cap in the background. Then just for a laugh, every badnik is from Sonic 1. Cool picture though. Next then, we get a page dedicated to the villains of the game, Dr. Robotnik and Knuckles. And once again, I mean, I've done other videos where I talk about my dislike of the Milton Knight design, but he looks super weird in this book. So, we get some shots of some boss fights, and of the various instances in the game where Knuckles tries to fuck with Sonic's plans. Evil, bitter and twisted, Dr. Robotnik's main aim in life is to take over the planet Mobius and turn it into a mechanical jungle. His life would be perfect apart from Sonic, who manages to outwit him at every turn. In a last-ditch attempt to rid Mobius of the Blue Hedgehog forever, Robotnik has called in a strange monkey-like creature called Knuckles. Again, clearly when they wrote this album, they didn't know what the fuck he was. They certainly didn't know he was an echidna. I mean, look at Knuckles. If you had to guess what he was, would you say he was monkey-like? I think I'd just assume he was another hedgehog. Anyway, we get another collage here, which I guess is, I would say Sandopolis zone, but this is all Sonic 3, so maybe they got an early heads up when Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles was going to be a single game. Like maybe that's some of the preview material they got to base this album around. I don't know, I'm just speculating. Next, we get a section dedicated to the people of Mobius. Although all the stickers I have seem to be dedicated to Tails, couple of the animals coming out of a capsule there. Anyway, many of Sonic's fellow Mobians have been roboticized by Robotnik and his cronies. There's only one way to save them from a life of squeaky joints and rusty nuts and bolts. Every time Sonic comes up against his archenemy and defeats him, more of his friends are set free. But only when Mobius is rid of Robotnik can animals live in peace. Sonic's closest friend Tails, a cute fox with 2 tails, which he uses like helicopter blades, is always around to lend a hand and sometimes help Sonic out of sticky situations. Kinda seems like more of a Tails page than a People of Mobius page. Well, I guess Tails is a person of Mobius, back when Mobius was a thing. Anyway, let's move on. Next we get a whole section dedicated to the adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, specifically Episode 2, Subterranean Sonic, which was set in the Marble Zone. If you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know I'm not particularly fond of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, but I will say that this is actually probably one of the best episodes. It's by far the least weird. It's set in Marble Zone, so it's got that connection to the games, kind of, even though it doesn't look like Marble Zone. But yeah, one of the better episodes. What's odd here is the color on these stickers. To me, it almost looks like they literally took photographs of a television screen to get these. It doesn't look like it was captured using a computer or anything. Anyway, I won't read all these captions because it literally just describes the episode, which you can go and watch on YouTube for free. It's episode 2 and it's called Subterranean Sonic. But I always liked these in the sticker album when I was a kid. I thought these looked more interesting than just the game screenshots all the time, which made up the bulk of the packs of stickers you'd buy. Next then, we've got a collector's guide, dedicated to all the power-ups you get in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It also covers a couple of random stage gimmicks here too, like the elevator in Launch Base or these spinning-top things in Marble Zone. And there's nothing funny here, they're all just pretty accurate descriptions of the items in the game. Finally then, for the video game portion, we have a page dedicated to traps and badniks. Robotnik has done everything he can to get rid of his arch-enemy, and each zone on Mobius is littered with traps to stop him in his tracks. If Sonic has the misfortune to run into one of these disaster areas, it can be drastic to his health, so it's better to know what to look for and when to turn tail and run. Finally then, we've got a quick quiz zone, just for a bit of fun. We gotta spot the difference, we got a few random screenshots from Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, and then we've got a screenshot from SatAM for some reason. Sally Acorn randomly making her way into this sticker album, right at the end. Then we've got a guide, gotta get Sonic out of that maze. Then we get a word search here, which, you know, if you want, pause the video and take a crack at it. It's pretty straightforward, but there is 1 or 2 tricky ones actually. The final thing we get in here is a pull-out poster, which is designed to hold all the shiny glitter stickers. As you can see here, I eventually thought fuck it and just filled up the remaining spaces with any double stickers I had. I think they'd ceased making them at this point and I just thought, well, it's better have something there than blank spaces. But you get the idea. It's another decent Sonic picture like we saw in the collages earlier on in the album. Not bad. And that's it. You know, going back through that now, it's kind of interesting seeing how they tried to make a sticker album based mostly on Sonic the Hedgehog 3, but without having all the information such as the background story of the game in its entirety. I mean, they weren't even told what Knuckles was. But still, they had a go and, you know, it worked out okay. I don't really remember questioning it too much at the time. Now, the bulk of these stickers are just screenshots from Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which is kinda lazy, and I wasn't a big fan of it back in the day, but I think what makes it work is when you stick them down and they're combined with the captions and the descriptions on each page, it makes them a lot more interesting than the stickers first appear to be when you just get them on their own. I'd say these shiny stickers are the highlight of the thing, as you'd expect, as they seem to feature mostly original art. So yeah, in conclusion then, a pretty cool piece of Sonic history with some interesting information. And I hope you enjoyed looking through it with me. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button as it helps me out a lot. And please consider subscribing if you haven't yet for weekly, evergreen Sonic and Sega videos. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.